Hey guys, Profe Pablo here, Spanish teacher turned Minecraft engineer. Today we are looking at an iron farm that I have designed. I'm really excited about this iron farm mainly because it is modular and it reminds me of a Mexican market for some reason. First of all, let's define what modular means. Modular means that this thing is something that you can make in sections. So after making the first section with 10 villagers, which is really easy to make, your iron farm is already active and it'll already produce golems at a pretty good rate. But you can increase that rate by adding the next section. And then as you gain resources, you do the next section and the next section until this thing is one massive, ginormous trading hall / iron farm. You get all the trades that you want, all the iron that you want. It looks good too, and as a bonus, you can add on a healing chamber where you heal different villagers and everybody gives you discounts. I love this super simple Minecraft Bedrock Iron Farm. I love the design. It was a lot of fun to design. You can AFK around here and get tons and tons of golems, as you can see. They go down into this kill chamber. I really want to show you this iron farm in my survival world. Let's jump over there and see the progress that I'm doing. So I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek as to how this is working in my survival world right now. So here I am. I'm actually on top of the iron farm. Let's kind of take a look around. So I've got my latest room over here that I'm trying to get going. I have some librarians in here. I got armorers in there. That's mainly for trading iron. I mean, I do get armor gear, toolsmiths, and my farmers who are the ones who kind of got this thing going. They also give me plenty of golden carrots, which I'm going to be using for night vision potions. Then if I come around here on top, I just want to show you guys this. This is where the golems are falling in. This collection space is a little bit smaller because when I first made this farm, I made it small. I had the villagers be free, but now I have them comfortably tucked away behind trapdoors so that they don't escape and it's easier to trade with them. As you can see, I'm getting plenty of golems. Let's go down here. There's the kill chamber. That's where they're dying. We'll take a quick look here before the zombies come and get me, but I've got plenty and plenty of iron. All right, back to the tutorial. Before we keep going, I'd like to give a special shout out to Dark Meteor YT. He did the supply list for my last video. Go check out his channel. And if you would like a shout out in a video, you can do the supply list for this video. Thanks, Dark Meteor. Okay guys, so in this tutorial, what I'm going to do, probably have a lot less edits than I normally have because this is a big build. The first thing you want to see is location. You don't want to be close to a village, and I actually suggest not being in a cold biome because then the water is going to freeze unless you have it near torches, stuff like that. So we're just going to go this way. Yeah, we can build ours kind of right in this lake. That's fine. Doesn't have to be in a lake. So I'm coming down to the bottom. I'm going to build up right here. Then I'm going to build one. I'm just kind of building a platform. There we go. Just like that. And the first thing that I want is a double chest, just like that. After that, I need 4 hoppers in the back. Now this is just the collection system, guys. Nothing fancy. Just trying to get it aligned just right. There we go. Okay, and then what I like to do is build a wall all the way around the hoppers like this. And then I'm going to make 4 pillars going up, and those pillars are going to be 10 blocks tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do that over here as well. Oops, missed. All right, so I need to build this up. There we go. I'm going to do it on all 4 corners here. Just like this. Boom. And now I'm going to take glass and I'm going to do 3 of the walls with glass. So I'm building up to the same height. Just like that. There we go. And the reason I like using glass is I like to be able to see what's going on. And now we're going to take buttons, and what buttons are going to do is they're going to stop the lava from coming all the way down to the bottom. I can place one here, 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 and here, and here. Buttons will keep the lava from actually going here. Okay, now I need to do this part right here with glass. And if you're planning on AFKing for quite a bit, you might want to build some more chests down below, but we're just going with one double chest. And now we are here, and I'm going to place buttons here, here, and here, and here, so that I don't have any accidents and the water doesn't mix with my lava. You don't need 4 lava buckets, but just to make it even, I'm going to use 4. There you go. That lava is going to flow all the way down to where those buttons are, and that creates a very effective kill chamber for golems. They won't die until they reach the bottom, which is nice, but the lava is constantly hurting them, giving them damage. Okay, now this part is important to count. So we have 4 blocks here. This needs to be 9 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. And now I need to fill this in so that it's a square. While I'm filling this in, let me mention that, again, you want to be over 100 blocks away from a village. And you want to make sure that it's not just the center of the build, because right now we're doing the center of the build, but the edge of the build needs to be 100 blocks away as well. So I would suggest making this about 150 blocks away from a village. Now what we are going to do is put a wall up here. Just like this. And I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And then on the edge of this wall, just so I know how high I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks more. And I'm going to build that wall all the way around this center platform. So that's going to take a minute, and that's okay. Okay, now I'm done with that center area. And what I'm going to do now is take a water bucket and place 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Place 1 here. Do 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And you'll notice that comes all the way over here. That actually creates a problem. So we actually should put buttons right here, here, and here. There we go. So that, my friends, is going to lead all the golems over here, and they're going to sink in the lava. It's going to get rid of the cats as well. Most of the cats stay in with the villagers, but some will make their way up here. You won't get any string below in the collection system. Sorry about that, this isn't a string farm. Now what I want to do is go ahead and build the water that pushes all the golems into here, but I don't want to do that one section at a time. I want to do it for the whole farm. So again, with this farm, let's take a look at a crafting table because that's a good representation. In the middle, we have what is this. This is the kill chamber. All the way around, we're going to have different pods, and those pods are going to have villagers in them, and one of them is going to have a healing chamber in it. So I want to go ahead and do the water for all of the pods. So to do that, I need to come to the edge here and come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do that on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm doing it on all the corners just so I measure right. Okay, so you get something that looks like this, kind of like a tic-tac-toe board. And I need to fill in all of those quadrants so it makes one giant square. That's going to take a minute. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, done with that platform. Not too bad. Now I'm going to build a wall on the edge. I'm going to make that wall 3 blocks tall all the way around. That's going to take some time as well. I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, and now in each corner, I'm going to do the standard 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Again, do that in each corner of this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. One more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And we get something that looks like this. Now, we want to make sure that golems don't spawn here on the edge, so we need to put leaves all the way around. Just like that. And now the water. The water needs to go all along the edge here. You can put one in the corner as well. And I was going to say it should all flow to the edge, but guess what? I messed up. So, oops. So what you're supposed to do is we needed a wall here. Just like this. So I needed a wall, one more all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and block off this water in the corner. Okay, so it's supposed to look like this, and actually we can get rid of these corner pieces and replace those with corner pieces, and these corners right here. That was my bad. Okay, now we're going to put water here on top of that row of blocks. Okay, there we go. Should all flow to the edge. Looks like it does. I am going to put water in these corners as well. Just like that. And our collection system is complete. I know that this middle piece is off center. That might drive some of you crazy, but that shouldn't be that important. Come on, people. So now I get to start building my pods. So again, if I have a crafting table, I just built the collection system and everything on top of the collection system. And now I'm going to build the pods in the middle. So I'm just going to show you 3 different pods. I'm going to do 2 with villagers in them and then 1 with a healing chamber. But just know that as you build this thing, you build the pods all the way around, and it is modular, which means that you can start with just 1 pod, and then as you get the resources, build the next one. So we do need to start right here, right above where the lava is. You need to make sure that you have 5 blocks to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can start here. And you can build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It should come to the edge right there. And then you need to build over 9, which should mirror this. And then you need to fill this in with blocks, making a platform. Okay, just like that. Then you can build an edge. Just like this. All the way around, and then do that one more time. The reason we're doing this is we don't want any cats to get under here. Not that it matters. I mean, they can, but... And then, this is a little off center, but you're going to do this row right here, which is the furthest away from that center column. And now you're left with 10 spaces for beds. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beds. Now we need to cover this platform with blocks. All right, so you get something that looks like this. Our beds are tucked away in there. Villagers can't get to them, but they can connect to them. And now I'm going to build a wall here. I'm just building in the corners for looks. You don't have to do that. And then what I like to do is I like to use glass here, just like that. That way there's enough light and the villagers can see out. I'm not that cruel. Then on the wall furthest away from the center chamber, we're going to come right to the middle, break these 2 blocks, kind of build out a little bit, turn around, and I like using an iron door so that my villagers don't escape. Going to put a button there and a button here. That way I can get out and get in. And then I need workstations. Now, let me make some recommendations on your first workstations just for this first chamber. I suggest having a farmer. That way, he gives you food that you can trade with villagers to make them breed. And the rest, I would make iron workers. So that can be using the grindstone, you can use a blast furnace, or you can use a smithing table. But you want all the rest to be iron workers. So notice I have a station, a block, station, block, station, block, station. Then back here, I'm going to build one more wall like this. And then I'm going to skip 2 blocks, put a station, skip a block, station. So on that back wall, I have 2 blocks here, station, block, station, 2 blocks. And then over here, we're going to fill in some more stations. Again, just make sure they're iron workers. And then you'll want to bring up 2 villagers in here. You'll want to breed them with crops. I don't want to do that in this video, but you basically take 2 villagers, give them crops, and then they will start breeding. Now notice these guys are already connected to stations. And then once you have 10 villagers, and you can't have any green ones. Those guys ruin the rates. So let's get rid of him. And then once it's day, they should make their way pretty close. Oh, I think I have an extra villager. They should make their way pretty close to their stations. Now, this guy's pretty obvious who he is. And you want to put a block and a trap door to trap him in that spot. We're going to do that again right here. So block, trap door. Sometimes you have to nudge them over a block, trap door. Over here in the back, we actually need to put a block, not a trap door. Then over here, I just want to make sure everyone's at the right workstation. If you're not sure, wait a minute. They will go to their correct workstation eventually. Okay, and again on this back one, we definitely need a block there, a block there, trapdoor, and trapdoor. And again, I don't know how I ended up with so many villagers, but I have an extra. Okay, so it looks like everyone's at their correct station. That's good. And then I've heard this trick. I haven't verified it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. If you put these villagers in water, supposedly they stay connected to the workstation and they won't swap. So what I suggest doing is putting them in water. Again, just to be safe. It's not like it does anything to them. They're fine. It's kind of tricky to get to the block and not click on the villager. And then what we're going to do is place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 temporary blocks. And put down beds. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to break the blocks underneath. 4, 5, 6. I need double blocks here, temporary, like that. 7, break those. 8, 9, 10. So as long as you have 10 beds, this iron farm is going to start working. So I had 10 beds up here, 10 beds below. That's 20 beds total, with 10 villagers working at 10 workstations. And eventually, in just a second, that's going to give us golems. Might have already gotten one. Yeah, we've already gotten one. We should be getting another one anytime soon. So the rates for this as is aren't that fast. I mean, you can AFK and get plenty of iron, but what we really want to do is add more villagers, more beds, and make this thing much, much more productive. So that's when you can start adding your next pod, which is what I'm going to show you how to do right now. Oh, and you know what? I forgot something in this pod. You definitely want to light this thing up. I'm going to go ahead and break these beds because we're going to add these in the next pod. Let's go ahead and throw a lantern back here. That lights up quite a bit. And now for the next pod. And when you're ready to make the next pod, you can break those beds. And what you would do is come down here and build out 1, 2, 3, 9 by 9, just like that. It should come to the edge over here. And we are going to copy exactly what we did before. Making the edge like we said. 2 blocks in. We'll do our third one here. There we go. That should leave us 10 spots for beds. Oh, you know what? I actually made this too long this way. I think it's 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So I'll just break this row. Okay, good. Now I have 10 spots for beds. I can lay those down, and then my farm's going to start working again. You need to cover those beds with blocks. Okay, and then we will want to build our wall all the way around. Do glass. And then we can do our workstations. Now, I will say one thing. The easiest way to get villagers over here is to breed them in here and bring them over. So you could do that with boats, or what you could do is temporarily remove the water from these guys. If I can get to it. And then what you can do is break that block, breed these two guys, and then if you put a row of blocks here, baby villagers can pass underneath, but adult villagers cannot. And so you can get 2 villagers in here, start breeding them until you get 10 over here. Just kind of an easy way to breed them. That way you're not bringing villagers from another village. Then obviously you replace that wall. The other nice thing about that method is villagers won't escape out there. Okay, and again, even for this one, I suggest using iron workers. That just seems to be the best option here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over here, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then on over here, I like to put a row of blocks and glass. Just like that. So the outside edge has the workstations of my 9x9. I got 4 over here, 2 there, 8 there. Just like the other chamber. I'm going to need a door as well. Buttons to open that door. Then I'm going to go ahead and set up my blocks that are in between, except over here I can't do that yet. Then you go ahead and bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 villagers, or you breed those in. In the mornings, they will automatically go to the workstation, so you just nudge them all the way in. See, they're already kind of mixing around. You want to try and get them before they move. And just to be safe, water buckets, lantern, and we're good to go again. Now, once you start getting multiple pods on the outside, what I like to do is build a path so I can walk. Now, golems can spawn on this path, so what you need are leaves, and you need to put those right above the door so that there's only... Oh, see? Tad flabbit. You need to put them right above the door. That way, golems cannot spawn here because it's too short. So just like that, yeah, you might have to fight off a golem if he accidentally spawns at the wrong spot. Just like that, and eventually that'll go all the way around, like in the final build that we're going to talk about in just a minute. Okay, as you can see, we are getting plenty of iron, and then obviously what you do is you take that iron, find an iron worker, and you'll have to trade him up initially with coal. I think you need like a stack and a half just to get it going. And then once you have one of them, then you can just start trading iron, and then you'll never have to use coal again. And then you come over to the next guy, start trading him until he levels up, and then you trade him iron, so on and so forth until they all trade iron. Okay, and now for kind of the bonus chamber, which is indeed the healing chamber. So the healing chamber, you want to start in one of the middle sections. You want to save that for the middle. And honestly, I saved my healing chamber for last because I like to get all of my villagers in already. You can start it whenever you want. Then we just need to build a wall over here. You can make this with windows if you want. I'm just doing solid block. I'm going to do that over here as well. Okay, and then we're going to build a wall right here in the middle, just like this. Going to go ahead and put a lamp so we can see. You need a piston facing up. Just copy that over on that side as well. Actually, we're going to exactly mirror it, so it's like that. There we go. And then that way we can actually fill in this. You only need a 2-block space here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to use glass. That way you can see what's going on. And you just want to build up just a little bit and somehow lure a zombie. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be tricky, but you need to lure a zombie in here. You can use a boat or a minecart. Get him in. Oopsie, and then he has to stay in. That's the tricky part, but he is obsessed with the villagers. You know what? We're going to get the zombie in last. Hold on. Let's do the villager first. So I'm going to put a block here. And what we're going to do is lead a villager up here with a minecart. Villager can go in there. Then we push him on up. Oh. Yeah, his head is going to be in glass, and that's okay. So you actually do need to make sure that you have glass. Oop. And you know what? I didn't do it. Let me push him back down. You need glass here and here. His head has to go into glass. Just like that. We're going to break these. Kind of close him in. And then raise the piston with a lever like that. And then actually, at this point, a zombie should pathfind his way up here. Let me show you. So you lead a zombie up here. Yeah, look. He's going to pathfind his way right there. Kind of nudge him in. He's going to be obsessed with you too. But then you do that. Then we can break this middle glass. And basically what we're doing is we're creating an endless way for villagers to get healed. Now, your game has to be on hard mode, otherwise your villager might die. So we're going to drop the zombie down. He's going to convert this guy into a zombie villager. Once converted, we raise the zombie back up. And by the way, you might want to name your zombie so he doesn't despawn. And you'll want to hit the zombie villager with an arrow of weakness. Give him a golden apple. He's going to start converting. And then obviously you're going to mirror this over in here so that you have 2 healing chambers going at the same time. I would suggest giving him a workstation close by so that he doesn't connect to anybody else's workstation. I did make that mistake. You want to trade with the villagers as soon as possible so they don't accidentally change professions. Okay, he will eventually change. And he's going to give you deep discounts, but not only him, but the other villagers will give you discounted trades as well. Eventually you can get down to 1 piece of iron equals 1 emerald. That really, really helps a lot. The more you convert and heal this guy, the deeper the discount, and then if their rates ever go back up, you could just do this process again. And again, going back to the crafting table concept, we basically built 2 sections of this, and you need to do this all the way around, filling this thing with villagers. You're going to get tons and tons of iron golems and tons of iron. Let's go look at the finished product. Okay guys, and that is your Minecraft Bedrock Iron Farm. As you can see, it's getting great rates, and again, this is what it looks like with all of the modules in place. We have 7 different modules, 7 different stations, that's 70 villagers, plus the healing station with 2 villagers, so that's 72 villagers. This thing is huge. It's going to take you a while to build, but that's the beauty of it. It's modular. The first module takes no time at all. Then, as you have time and resources, you keep adding. I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and as always, thanks for watching.